Baby boy, I'm sorry to tell you, but that is so not sexy. Hey everybody, welcome to Michelle Talks. It's your girl Michelle here, and this is another Sexy Soul Saturday. So today's topic is my 5 biggest turnoffs and why. So stick to the end of this video so that you can see my number 1 most biggest turnoff, and I'm pretty sure most people will resonate with this. Then again, not everyone is the same. If yours are different, please leave a comment below and then we can talk about that later. So I'm gonna get right into it, people. The number 5 biggest turnoff for me is when people try too hard. So this is gonna go for females and males for different reasons, just for all the topics going forward. So trying too hard, it's just it's like an energy that I feel, and it is so noticeable. And the reason why I don't like this is because if you're trying too hard, that means that you're not being yourself, right? So if you were being yourself, then you would really not have to try so hard to be you, your authentic self. Your authentic self is super sexy. We've gone over that before, so I will leave a link about that below if you're interested in learning all about that. Now, what happens when you try too hard, you're usually overcompensating for something else, and that definitely comes across to people, okay? Overcompensation is never good. You know, that's Napoleon complex and everything the fuck else. It's not cool. It's not sexy. It is super unauthentic, and typically when you're doing this, it's because you're so worried about what other people think of you that you're forgetting about being you. So that's my number 5, trying too hard, okay? So now I'm gonna step into number 4, and number 4 is a super inflated ego. Lord, sometimes I just want to rock around with a pin and be like, pop, you know, because your head's way too big right now. It's kind of, when your head's too big, let's talk about balance here. Like, can you really walk around with a bobblehead? No, you just bobbling. And then you're babbling, and that's kind of what you look like to me and others. Sorry. It's when you become arrogant instead of being confident, okay? You become very arrogant when your ego is super inflated. Now, another thing about your ego, it's not really your true self. You know what I mean? Your ego is a bit of a tool that you should be using to help you be the best person you can be, but some people get so caught up in their egos, okay, that they let it take over their whole persona, which is not who you truly are, okay? Another reason how you're stepping away from being your authentic self, because the ego does not exist where you will probably be going when you pass this life. I'm sorry to take it there, but that's not who you truly are, okay? It's just something that's going on here right now to help you navigate what's going on. Another thing that happens when people have a super inflated ego, they typically walk around acting like they're better than others. And sorry, honey, boo-boo, you are not better than anyone else. Neither is anyone else better than you. We're all pretty much the same, okay? When it comes to value, like, there's nothing, I don't care what's going on out there. It's just that mentality and that energy, putting it forward, it's not looking good for you, okay? So that was number 4, is your super inflated ego. Not sexy. I'm gonna jump into number 3. Number 3 to me is when people are living in a state of separation. Now, what does that mean? It's kind of playing off the last one. When you start thinking that you're better than other people, you're separating yourself from you and others. You know, I'm over here and you guys are over there. And that's not true, okay? We are all equal, okay? No matter what's really going on. At the end of the day, you need to treat others how you'd like to be treated. And would you like to be treated insignificantly or maybe have too much attention? Some people really like that, but at the end of the day, if someone's always up your butt after like you've gotten the fix of whatever you're looking for with that attention, it's really not that sexy. So I don't know. living in a state of separation is not cool. And another thing that goes under this is a big topic for me, which is super turn off, would be racism, okay? People that are racist and prejudiced are living in a state of separation. It is so not sexy. It is just wrong. It is just not the way we're meant to live our lives. Like, you would be so much happier and more attractive to others if you can embrace everyone for who they are, and that's it. There's no reason to not like someone just because of what they look like or what they do or whatever you're gonna make up an excuse about to feel separated from everyone else. That is complete bullshit. Sorry. Big fucking turn off. That's a big one. Number 3. All right, number 3, living in a state of separation. Okay, now I'm gonna go to number 2. Number 2 is disrespecting others. People, I'm gonna tell you one thing, all right? From my experience and from what I hear of other people's experiences, all right, the way you treat one individual, all right, is typically how you're going to end up treating every individual in your life. Now, one way or another, like, you could be a bitch or an asshole to one person only, right? And like act normal with everyone else. Eventually, everyone else is going to see that side of you because that is part of you and it is going to come out eventually. Like, people putting on a front, you can only keep a front for so long, man. Like, I don't know. Like, we're not little kids making forts. Like, you shouldn't be living in a state of not being whole and being yourself, okay? Disrespecting others is wrong for many reasons, and that's just pretty much obvious to most people. Some people enjoy being that way. You know, that's fine. Just other people, you guys need to just learn how to handle that properly. There's a way to handle that, all right? But for most people, you know, it's not the way you'd like to be presenting yourself and treating other people. Disrespect comes in many forms, all right? For example, one form that is pretty annoying is when people talk about other people in a bad way, which is typically called gossiping. People who gossip, dude, that is so not sexy. Big fucking turn off. Sorry, no. Like, you should be worried about yourself and not others. Now, we have all been victim, like, have done this in the past. And, you know, if you are learning how to be a different person and you want to be a better person, you will eventually learn that you should be worried about yourself and not what other people are doing, right? Because you know what's more sexy is you doing you and doing it well, right? Shout out to LL Cool J real quick. So that's all I have to say. Stop talking shit about people. Stop talking shit in general. You know, and also stop disrespecting yourself. That can go up in there too. All right. Number 2, disrespecting others. All right. So if you guys stayed to the end of my video, I'm super excited to drop my number 1 biggest turn off. Okay. So that is actually having no self-love. So, big turn off. It's just not cool. People that don't love themselves inevitably cannot love anyone else. All right. So, if you're looking to date right now and you happen to come across an individual that may be interested in you, but you start seeing certain things about them that, you know, maybe they don't feel like they're worthy of certain things, or they're not living to their full potential. And I'm not saying for everyone. There's a certain level of, if you see someone improving themselves, that's different. And, you know, truly loving yourself means taking care of yourself and loving you for who you truly are, okay? Because you're amazing. You're awesome. Like, you should be the first one to love yourself that way. Because when you do start loving yourself, you are allowing others to also come and love you and actually love you the way you want to be loved. There's a big difference between someone saying they love you and acting a fool and they think that they love you and that's okay. It's not okay. All right. So it also comes to the point where if you love yourself you will not allow that to happen, and you will allow what should be happening and how people should treat you to come forward. All right? Self-love is the most important thing. All right? You need to be the change that you see in the world. So working on yourself is the first thing to true happiness, and then everything else will inevitably fall into place. All right? So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Just straight to the point. I will see you guys next Saturday for Sexy Soul, and I will be dropping an energy crystal rock out tomorrow, so watch out for that. So if you guys are liking my videos, just give me a thumbs up. If you disagree with anything I'm saying, I would love to hear about it down here, and then I'll be able to continue that conversation with you guys later. I hope everybody has a great weekend, and stay sexy.